Luckily, Shane McMahon drew number 1 since Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't physically obtain that number. Also, heel boss forces a wrestler they're feuding with to start the Royal Rumble at the number 1 spot cliche. Tagline No Chance in Hell, Vince McMahon's theme music as the official theme of the pay-per-view, and the fact that Vince himself is competing in the Royal Rumble with a lot of help just pretty much spoils that he's going to be the winner. Well, good night everyone. Boy, I'd love to see how Road Dogg hosts spelling bees at elementary schools, but with so much spelling, this S-C-E-N-E gets an S-I-N.
A special challenge match!
So Billy Gunn gets a shot at Ken Shamrock's Intercontinental Championship tonight, but the Big Boss Man simply faces Road Dogg without the hardcore title at stake? The corporation really has me thinking what the point of this is. Also, Big Boss Man is the wrestler who Road Dogg won the hardcore championship from in the first place, yet this is just a non-title exhibition? More questions in the first 5 minutes of this event. Considering Billy Gunn isn't even accompanying Road Dogg for this match, an introduction for him just seems awkward. Also, it's later revealed that Billy's match with Ken Shamrock literally takes place following the conclusion of Road Dogg's match with the Big Boss Man. So why didn't you just accompany him in the first place? That way, he'd be ready to wrestle next.
Hardcore champion total.
Whoever the hell that asshole was with the air horn.
Pounds.
Oh, come on! The match has started and these two are about to lock up. I like to have wrestling in my wrestling matches, please.
Team security.
Ah, shosh.
Again, folks, this is a special challenge match.
Yes, we get it, Michael. This match is just a bonus match with no hardcore rules and no hardcore championship on the line. Now shut up with the reminders.
Road Dogg, no!
Road Dogg is addicted to the Big Boss Man, and for a match that's not for the hardcore title, there seems to be a lot of hardcore action going on here.
Road Dogg hammering away.
We're only 10 minutes into this pay-per-view, and Michael Cole is already starting to botch the hell out of it by mistaking the Big Boss Man for Road Dogg.
You were complaining a while ago because it wasn't hardcore. Now you want him to obey the rules.
As much as Jerry Lawler is playing the asshole heel commentator during this time, he does have a good point in Michael Cole complaining at one point, but encouraging in the next. Fighting. Big Boss Man attempts to rip the padding off the turnbuckle, but then nothing comes from it to take things to his advantage.
Now Road Dogg working on that lower back.
Oh my god, second time in 2 minutes. Does Michael Cole even know which wrestler is which? Don't seem to recall Big Boss Man being the one telling people to suck it while Road Dogg dresses as a police officer.
It's over!
No doubt Big Boss Man is confident following his victory over Road Dogg, but also full of regret that he couldn't get back the hardcore title. That's gotta suck to be him.
Out of the locker room, and he said, Michael.
There you go, folks. Here's a free, mostly consumed bottle of water guaranteed to splash all over you before you get a chance to drink it. Ta-da!
Michael Cole, and here we go.
Pre-match assault.
$100,000.
Vince McMahon and his stupid $100,000 bounty on Stone Cold Steve Austin. Let's be fair, did anyone actually believe that Steve would be eliminated by anyone other than Vince tonight? Also, that's later on in the night and not exactly relevant to this match. Let's focus on the here and now with the Intercontinental Championship.
Billy Gunn. Oh, what a kick to the face by
Ken Shamrock clearly kicked Billy Gunn in the chest. Even despite his face in Billy's back, we could clearly tell what was attack in that instant. Nice try. Oh my lord, that is one of the most cringe instances of placing the Ow My Hand sin I have ever seen, especially with how far away Billy's face was from the ring post.
What happens if we get a count out here?
Jerry Lawler, with decades of experience in professional wrestling, somehow doesn't know what'll happen if there's a countout during a championship match. Let that sink in.
Watch yourself rock into the
First of all, that was Billy Gunn who got thrown into the chair, not Ken Shamrock. Secondly, what chair? I don't freaking see one anywhere near where Billy was thrown. The only visible chair is the one that's too far away from where he first made contact.
You don't recall Mr. Ass ever submitting, because it's gonna happen tonight.
Jerry Lawler just spoiled the outcome of this match. Thanks for the spoiler alert, dumb shit.
His quickness is left. No!
After nearly getting knocked over, it didn't even occur once to the referee that he should probably move out of the way given the close call. Also, the referee gets knocked down at the crucial point in the match cliche. Very interesting to see Val Venus attempt to help Billy Gunn win the Intercontinental Championship by taking down Ken Shamrock with a DDT. What sucks is that was all in vain. Boy, this scene looks a little awkward. We got Gerald Briscoe and Shane McMahon attempting to get Vince McMahon pumped up for the Royal Rumble match coming soon. Meanwhile, Vince is clearly disinterested in anything that's going on, judging by the look on his face. We're back to seeing those D-Generation X graphics appearing all over the screen while I'm trying to watch X-Pac make his entrance. After all these years, I still find that irritating to my eyes. Move! I can't see the show!
By the 210-pounder.
Apparently, the D-Generation X crotch chop is enough to scare the vampire-like Gangrel away. I guess next to garlic and sticks of wood, a vampire's weakness and fear is a penis.
Perhaps the greatest European champion ever.
Insert name of wrestlers is perhaps the greatest insert name of championship ever cliche. That's one long list of individuals.
I think Gangrel would make a great European champion, too. Isn't that where Transylvania is?
Wah, wah.
Pop misses with the right hand. And he caught him that.
Wow, I'm gonna take a sin off. X-Pac's flying clothesline on Gangrel mixed in with this flip was a cool moment of this otherwise very short match. That Brood Got Blood sign is one of the most state-of-the-obvious moments I have ever seen in the history of state-of-the-obvious moments. Let's see, how do we say this one? Gangrel was addicted to X's Pox, X-Pac's X Factors, I don't know. Let me know if y'all got any ideas. You're really creative. Wait, what the fuck was that? Well, yes, we could see from our side that X-Pac's right shoulder was off the canvas the entire pinfall. The referee did not see that, mistakenly counted to 3, but magically said it was a 2 count. Perhaps being able to see the impossible from the distance is why this dude was promoted to general manager years later.
Triple H. You damn.
Road Dogg is addicted to Triple H. Hunter was clearly the one being interviewed, but Road Dogg wants any opportunity at the spotlight. Likely sensing this guy's future stardom.
It's every man for himself.
The Royal Rumble match is every man for himself, which will of course be ignored heavily throughout the actual match cliche.
The next WWF Women's Champion.
Shane McMahon just jinxed Luna Vachon's momentum by declaring her the next WWF Women's Champion. Wait, why did I get censored too? I've been saying WWF on my channel for years. Fuck you. Oh wow, you won't censor my swearing, but you'll censor me saying WWF. Screw you.
What is she wearing?
Her ring gear. Compared to what you've seen other female wrestlers wearing these days, why are you surprised by Luna Vachon's outfit?
And will be unable to compete here this evening.
Face champion has been injured, won't be able to compete this evening, but then suddenly shows up and gets the job done cliche.
Publicly forfeit.
Shane McMahon actually believes for a single second that Sable is going to willingly forfeit the Women's Championship to the same woman who ambushed her earlier in the evening.
In a scrap match.
Yikes. I'll admit when I look back on this event to write sins, I completely forgot this match was a strap match and had to delete several other sins I placed in. Sorry, it's just there was no mention of a strap match until Michael Cole said it.
You have to touch all 4 turnbuckles.
Yep, to win a strap match, you have to touch all 4 corners. Knowing WWF and their... Oh, I didn't get censored. History of stripper wrestlers, I wouldn't be surprised if touching the corners with their tits were the only way to win a women's strap match.
Come on, oh no!
Ow, my hands!
There's one for Luna, the more experienced.
Wrestler drags their opponent across the ring, tapping the corners, unaware that their opponent is also tapping the corners cliche. A very common strap match strategy.
Turnbuckle. Wait a minute, who's that?
Tori Ex Machina.
$100,000 on the line.
This cameraman is filming those wrestlers from a distance, and yet we can hear them as clearly as if the cameraman was standing right in front of him. Not looking realistic here if you're trying to film a secret meeting.
You're simply not championship material.
The Rock somehow not being championship material is the ultimate sin, even in 1999. By this point, The Rock has already become a massive star in the business with his accomplishments and his gimmick.
Here we go.
Haha, Michael Hayes got cut off by the bell ringing. Judging by the way this sign was created, I have no choice but to assume that fan intended to say the Great One Rock.
Folks, there are no pinfalls.
Yeah, we know how the rules of an I Quit match works. They were literally stated in the video package, the interview, and the commentary during the entrances. Apparently that was somehow not enough for satisfaction.
No time limit. The corporate team has been barred.
What are the odds that we're going to hear this more and more as the 21-minute match goes on? Oh boy, we're going to be here for a while.
He won't say it. Wait.
Wow, in a match that requires the usage of a microphone, the referee forgot to activate the microphone upon the match beginning.
The Rock says you can kiss his ass.
Without a doubt, this I Quit match was one of the most entertaining, especially with The Rock returning to Mankind every time Mankind tells him to quit. Perhaps reasons like this are why Mankind rarely competes in Royal Rumble matches, even despite the 3 appearances in 1998. Man, every time Mankind goes sailing over the steel stairs like that, I'd cringe in pain because of the damage. God, that's gotta be painful.
Now The Rock is out here proving why he is the Great One.
Indeed, The Rock has proven why he is the Great One. In demonstration, he has his entire back turned to Mankind, who is recovering and about to kick his ass.
Steel stairs into the back.
The steel chair was literally a few feet away from Michael Cole, and he somehow confused it with the stairs. That's gotta be humiliating, honestly. Sure, submissions can be ways of torturing your opponent into saying, I quit. The problem with the mandible claw is that Rock is either going to pass out, or the referee won't be able to hear him say, I quit, because his mouth is full of sock.
Get the hell up, you piece of crap.
You're the one who made him pass out in the first place. Mankind should be more frustrated at himself than he should be at The Rock.
I'm gonna split open that ridiculous eyebrow.
And I'm going to make sure you hear every last bit of my strategy too, so that you can be on the alert of what's to come with endless ways of countering. Also, Mankind intends to split open The Rock's eyebrow, but attacks literally every body part except for the eyebrow afterward. Spanish announce table realized that it was in danger of being destroyed and committed suicide. Funny enough, not the first time I said that for a Royal Rumble pay-per-view involving The Rock. Yeah, water to the face. That'll definitely make you say I quit. The power of water is your weakness, mankind.
No disqualification.
Shut up.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yikes, even in 1999, Michael Cole just couldn't sell moments like Mankind crashing into something dangerous. Let's just be thankful that he wasn't commentating the infamous Hell in a Cell match in 1998 and move on. The Rock said the words "I quit," but likely didn't lose the match because neither the audience nor the referee heard him.
For the love of God, ask the man if he quits!
And for the love of God, stop throwing signs at the wrestlers. Fans are dumbasses for getting rid of their creativity all for a chance that it hits the wrestlers.
What a cheater!
Low blows are not cheating if they're allowed, Jerry. Not to mention Mankind is handcuffed, so it's even more fair game. Pretty brutal people's elbow, but given the position the chair was in, The Rock suffered the most damage by smashing his elbow into it. Mankind taking all those chair shots to the head. Doesn't matter if this event was 1 year ago, 10 years ago, 22 years ago, or even 50 years ago. Still brutal and still intense. Sorry, Rock, but you just said it first! I'm just gonna throw in 10 additional sins because an audio recording of Mankind saying "I quit" from a promo is enough to give The Rock the victory. Meanwhile, Rock says "I quit" several times throughout this match and gets off scot-free. Bullshit! One thing I gotta remove a sin for is the hell Stone Cold Steve Austin went through by Vince McMahon to get to the Royal Rumble match, in one of the best rivalries I've ever seen, honestly.
Must touch the floor.
Okay, Howard.
Jerry Lawler is a dick to Howard Finkel. The time prior to the match beginning is when the introductions have to be made. It's only the repeats that get annoying.
Ever lost a match in his life.
Jerry Lawler kissing Vince McMahon's ass by declaring him an undefeated wrestler with 0 matches is making me question whether or not I really want to keep going with this video. Well, not lie, the physique of 53-year-old Vince McMahon actually caught me off guard. Wonder how the live audience reacted to seeing that for the first time. Although I'm pretty sure Vince only remained shirtless for his entrance because he wanted to be a show-off. Later on in the match, he's back to wearing a sweater. Jerry is such an idiot if he believes the next entrant can come out at any given time instead of the 2-minute interval. Although I'm taking a sin off because there's nothing more satisfying than watching Steve Austin stomp away on Vince McMahon after everything he went through. Epic start. Steve Austin is addicted to Vince's McMahon's. Just so we don't have to hear that over and over and over, here are an additional 5 sins. You're welcome, folks. As much as I know Stone Cold Steve Austin wants to continue punishing Vince, he probably should have tossed him out. No doubt regretted it later. What do you bet Golgo was biding his time in entering the ring because he too wanted to see Vince get his ass kicked from a ringside standpoint. Jerry just said $700,000 despite the fact that the bounty against Steve Austin is only $100,000. Right now I'm picturing the referees at ringside looking around at an empty ring in the middle of the Royal Rumble match. Boy, that must be an awkward feeling knowing the match is underway and there's no one in the ring. WWF is addicted to draws by not even having a split screen to show the audience that he is the next entrant, even if he gets to have the ring all to himself for the next 2 minutes. Imagine the meeting prior to this. Okay, Vince is going to run away and have Steve chase him. Yes, sir. Where are we going to ambush him? The women's bathroom at the concession stand. Good idea. Wait, what?
What do you think they're doing to Austin in there right now?
I don't know. Since there's literally nothing going on in the ring right now, why don't we just cut back to the assault in the bathroom and find out? You know, because we have cameras following them.
We saw he was in that woman's locker room.
Michael Cole believes that the obvious public bathroom was a locker room. Last I checked, there wasn't a single locker in there. Edge is in danger of being eliminated by draws, but we don't give a shit about that because there's a fight in the women's bathroom. We're dicks. Alright, the quick entrance and elimination of Gilbert was funny as hell. That was a great moment. Oh, now we're seeing what happened in the bathroom after the damage was already finished? What a ripoff.
And there is a $100,000 bounty on—
Actually, now that you bring up the bounty, what are the odds that the wrestlers competing in this match feel ripped off because Vince gave them a chance to win $100,000 and then destroyed the one man who could win them the money? Vintage McMahon. As much as it is every man for himself in the Royal Rumble, Draws has a good point and a smart strategy in wanting Edge to help him eliminate Steve Blackman. Instead of the Royal Rumble match, where there actually is action going on, let's cut to Steve Austin being carried away on a stretcher for the next 2 minutes. Hey guys, there's a wrestler named Tiger Ali Seen in the ring right now. Oh, he was the next entrant? Shit, I must have missed that. That's what happens when you're focusing on an ambulance trip instead of the action.
There'll be 7 men in the ring.
Well, looks like there's no number 11. Reap.
Just slammed.
Hold on a second. Why can we hear an echo in Michael Cole's voice as if he's actually in the backstage area? Is he capable of teleportation? Also, Mabel attacks Mosh and takes his place. To this day, I never understood how that is legal in a Royal Rumble match. And since that is legal, I'm also surprised that everybody somehow doesn't do that. Jerry Lawler thinks Edge is an idiot, even though it was Road Dogg who sent him sailing under the announce table. Asshole.
So, wait a minute.
Man, this is the most random Royal Rumble match I have ever witnessed. I like the results that come from it, but we've had an attack in the women's bathroom, an ambulance trip, and Gilbert. And now the Ministry of Darkness coming to take Mabel away. And we're not even halfway through the Rumble. I'm pretty sure we officially passed the 2-minute interval by now.
Mr. McMahon's still in this Rumble match. Where is he?
That's what I want to know. A Royal Rumble match built entirely around Steve Austin and Vince McMahon spends nearly 95% of it without Steve Austin and Vince McMahon. Al Snow is making a big mistake of putting one of his legs over the top rope during his attempt at eliminating Kurgan. And that is why Al Snow is an idiot. Goldie, right infringement, which sounds cringe as fuck, but so does 99% of the other things I say in this series. Kane's very brief appearance in the Royal Rumble match was fun, eliminating 4 participants in a row in the span of 30 seconds. Only part that sucks is he eliminates himself 10 seconds later, but I'll still remove 2 cents for that brief moment of Kane being a badass.
Wait a minute. Hey, Kane just...
And for the second straight time tonight, we are looking at a Royal Rumble match with literally nobody in the ring.
And he's not coming back.
Vince McMahon just jinxed everything by saying that about Steve Austin. Billy Gunn had his ankle targeted for weeks leading up to the Royal Rumble event and suffered a lot of pain in the ankle lock from Ken Shamrock earlier in the night, but he's somehow able to lift up Ken in the air no problem. As annoying as Vince was in his feud with Steve Austin, hearing him commentate again is honestly heartwarming, as Vince was one of the best commentators in the 90s. Damn, the Ministry of Darkness were beating the crap out of Mabel for the past 30 minutes before they finally took him to the Undertaker's hearse. Couldn't have a split screen for this? Same thing for the bathroom incident? Gotta take a sin off for the hilarious timing of Steve Austin returning to the Rumble at the moment the buzzer blared and the Big Boss Man's music hit. Made it seem like he was the next entrant instead, borrowing someone else's music. Steve Austin missed test. Big Boss Man attacks X-Pac from behind, who unfortunately reacted too late.
Mark Henry, he can get the job done.
Even in 1999, the history of the Royal Rumble match has shown that the bigger competitors tend to not get the job done 90% of the time.
Come on, Jeff, get over here and get Stone Cold.
Pretty much the rest of this match is Jerry Lawler cheering for every wrestler to eliminate Steve Austin. And honestly, if he was so eager for that to happen, why didn't he just enter the Royal Rumble match and do it? Or eliminate Steve like the Ministry eliminated Mabel earlier?
Somebody has to eliminate Austin, damn it.
Then how about you do it? Even if it's when Steve Austin is distracted. Just a quick suggestion, damn it.
Yeah.
I have no idea what Jeff Jarrett did to Steve Austin because the camera's view was obstructed by Mark Henry's legs.
Watch this. They're going to team up.
Vince McMahon predicts that Owen Hart and D'Lo Brown are going to team up at the moment when they are already teaming up. Convenient large jug of water placed on the announce desk in front of Vince McMahon just on the very case that Steve Austin would perform a wet tactic. Gotta remove 2 sins as a congratulations to Chyna for being the first woman to ever enter the Royal Rumble match. That accomplishment deserves praise indeed.
There goes Mark Henry.
That was some shitty writing on the part of WWF. Chyna easily eliminated freaking Mark Henry. This means he is immediately buried. That's a fact. Damn, I sounded like I was going through puberty and having my balls crushed at the same time. Ugh.
One of these 6 men is going to WrestleMania.
Michael Cole somehow forgot that Vince McMahon, who is literally sitting right beside him, is still competing in the match, so there are 7 men remaining. From this position, it doesn't even look like D'Lo Brown is trying to eliminate Steve Austin. If anything, it looks like Steve is just chilling in the corner. Vince is a dick to Stone Cold Steve Austin's. Vince McMahon is the one who ends up winning the Royal Rumble match, only to forfeit his title shot literally the next night, which in turn made this entire Royal Rumble match a completely pointless waste of time. Absolutely horrible way to conclude this event.